The city of Pittsburgh owns 13,000 vacant lots, yet only 3,000 are up for sale. The lack of plans for the other 10,000 fails to protect the communities from the negative consequences of these abandoned parcels. If you've never heard of environmental injustice before or environmental racism, it comes in many forms. The EPA defines it as the fair treatment and meaningful involvement of all people, regardless of race, color, national origin, or income, with respect to the development, implementation, and enforcement of environmental laws, regulations, and policies. Everyone should have the same degree of protection from environmental health hazards and equal access to the decision-making process to have a healthy environment in which to live, learn, and work. Grounded mainly focuses on access to green spaces, land use, and vacancy disproportionately impacting vulnerable neighborhoods. Impactful ways of dealing with these issues are community-based methods including creative advocacy, investing in historically disinvested communities, and fighting to change corrupt land use policies. Grounded Strategies, a nonprofit based in Allegheny County, uses these methods to improve the social, economic, and environmental health of distressed and transitional communities by building capacity to reclaim vacant and underutilized land. Project Coordinator for Land Stewardship Innovation, Aubrey Blocksdorf, shares her experience in advocacy at Grounded.
What I do with my job is I work with a lot of community care stewards. So these are individuals that live in the communities around, and they're the people that are the leaders in their communities, and they take care of certain vacant lots and create like pollinator gardens or community gardens or just green spaces in the community that are welcoming for people. And we help them do that.
One way I creatively advocated for a community was by developing a design and proposal for the city to design a new edible garden next to the already existing African healing garden. Betty Lane will be taking these plans to the city in hopes of them allowing her to take over the parcels. Other Grounded workers advocate for communities by speaking for them in meetings or allowing them to spread their stories through various platforms. Another community-based method of fighting environmental injustice is investing in historically disinvested neighborhoods. Studies show when a property is near or next to a vacant lot or abandoned building, it can go down in value 4 to 11% just because the vacant space is hurtful for communities. On the other hand, if this space is developed into a green space or park, it can make the property value go up 4 to 11%. For example, Manchester Academic Charter School is a current project where Grounded went to clean the site up and build a new play area for children. Oasis Farm and Fishery is another example, as employees and volunteers from the surrounding community of Homewood came out for a cookout, music, and rebuilding a new playground and park space. Investing in these spaces helps fight environmental injustice and let all neighborhoods have parks or gardens in them.
Community members know what they need, and they have, they may have the skills and the ability and the knowledge to do the things that they want to do in their community, but they may not have the tools or the manpower to do it. So we can help them in that, by giving them tools, and then on the other side, we can also advocate for them in social situations, in meetings and all of that.
Eleni Contis, project manager of design and placemaking at Grounded, explains the issues with current land policy in Allegheny County and what they can do about it.
Very little effort at the level of city government to make this information accessible. So basically what that means is somebody can be tax delinquent on their property and not even know it because the systems in place are not oriented toward land loss prevention. Residents of the communities that we serve regularly lose their homes as a result, and homes left uncared for eventually become vacant parcels. So these oversights are essentially degrading our historic communities on a massive scale.
So as far as what Grounded has done to bring attention to this issue, we work with individuals at the city level to advocate for this work. At the same time, we're working to develop better systems that hopefully we'll be able to offer to our residents as a means of combating the inaccessible nature of the current systems that are in place.
In order to combat the environmental injustice issues mentioned throughout the video, Grounded advocates for community-based solutions like creative advocacy, investing in historically disinvested communities, and fighting to change land use policies. If you are interested in working with Grounded, there are many ways that you can help.
So Grounded has, on our website, we have an events and opportunities tab, and on there you can see when we're going to have work days, which is when we're working with the communities. They have like different events that are created by the stewards or people that we work with, or community organizations that we work with, and these will be on the website, and everyone is welcome to any of them, and we always need volunteers.